What is happening, guys? Right now it's Stokastic. We have a sale going on. You can get the lineup generator for just $5 with the promo code DOUBLE. There's a link below in the description box if you guys want to sign up. That already has the promo code loaded in. And today, Wednesday, May 1st, this is the last day for you to sign up for that. But also, I want to make a video to walk everybody through how the lineup generator works and how you could use it to enter good lineups into FanDuel and DraftKings. They're going to be expected to make you some money this baseball season. So we've got DraftKings and FanDuel both in here. For the purpose of this, I'm just going to select DraftKings, but if you're playing on FanDuel, same deal. You select FanDuel instead. And then within DraftKings, you could select a different kind of stack type that you would like to be playing. So you could select a 4-4 stack, a 5-3 stack, a 5X stack. So that could be anything from like 5 and then all one-offs in the final 3 spots, or it could be a 5-2 with the one-off. For this, though, I'm just going to select all stack types. It's going to give me a pool of lineups with all different kinds of stacks. And now you could also select what kind of lineup you want to make. Do you want it to be chalky? Do you want it to be contrarian? Do you want it to be balanced somewhere in the middle? Now, for this, I'm usually going to be selecting different sorts of lineups for different kinds of slates. So if it's a really, really big baseball slate where the ownership is really spread out, we'll often see on slates that are 12, 13 games, the most popular pitcher might only be like 23% owned or something like that. And then as far as stacks go, there might not be any single stack that even has more than 10% ownership. So on something like that, I'm more apt to pick the chalky lineups, which are just going to give me the lineups that project the best. For a mid-size slate, if we're talking something like 6 to 9 games, or maybe like 5 to 10, something in that area, anywhere from 5 to 10 games, I would say you want to play the balanced lineups, which are going to give you ownership somewhere in the middle. Not the most chalky options, but also not the most contrarian either. Where I want to select contrarian lineups are the really small baseball slates where leverage and ownership becomes a really, really big factor because of how concentrated some of the spots could be, where we'll see on a 4-game slate or a 3-game slate, you could have an individual offense that might be owned by 30% of the field. And that's where I like to look at more of the contrarian lineups. For the purposes of this, I'm going to select balanced lineups. And now if you wanted to, you could lock somebody in. So if there's any sort of pitcher or hitter who you're just like, this guy can't fail today, you could select him here, and that is going to lock him in, and he'll be present in all of the lineups you end up building. For this, though, I'm not going to lock anybody in, so you can just skip that. Now what's happening is lineups are being generated, and you'll see right here a lineup that's been presented to us by the lineup generator. And if you want to, you could save this lineup if you like it. If you don't like the lineup, you could click discard and it'll bring up another lineup for you. You could save up to 20 lineups here. And then at the end, there's going to be a screen where all of our lineups are being shown as well as our player exposures. But before we get there, I want to show you guys what it is you could do from this screen to customize some of these lineups beyond just deleting ones you dislike, saving ones you like. So if you wanted to, you could now change any of the individual players in this lineup to more customize it to a lineup that you may want to play. And within this, you also see all of our player projections and ownership projections. So you see here that I clicked on Corbin Burns. He's $9,400. And you'll see all of the other pitchers we have on the slate with their fantasy point projection as well as their ownership projection. So if you wanted to make a change here and say, hey, for whatever reason, you don't like Corbin Burns on this slate, but you do like Yamamoto from the Dodgers, we can make this swap, and you'll see instead we've changed out Yamamoto's here. And that's how you could alter some of these individual lineups to make it so it's players of your choosing. If you don't like something, you do that for any of the positions here. So right now I'll say, hey, I don't want Nate Lowe in this lineup. I'll just swap him out for Pete Alonso. Now, you have to make sure, obviously, that the lineup isn't going to go above the salary. So you'll see the salary here. And if you do go over the salary cap, it's going to make you swap other players. You can't save a lineup that's invalid. So here we go. Have that lineup built. Now I'm going to save some lineups, and we'll save 20 of them. So 20 lineups saved. Now we could view the saved lineups. And now on this screen, you're going to see a few things. First, here are all of the lineups that we have saved. So these are all the ones in our portfolio. And now if you wanted to, and you don't want to change anything, you could export these to a CSV, and then you could upload those lineups directly to DraftKings and or FanDuel, whichever site it is you're playing on that you've built lineups for. You could put them in. Super simple to upload. And then if you already have lineups that are reserved, what you're going to do is you're going to export these to a CSV. Then you download the CSV file from FanDuel or DraftKings, and you just copy paste these lineups over the existing lineups. You save it and re-upload to whichever site it is that you're playing on. And now in these lineups here, you'll see the fantasy point projection, the ownership projections. You could scroll through and see what all these lineups look like. But then still, if there's any kind of alterations you want to make here, you could go click back into an individual lineup here and do the exact same process we did before to update some of these lineups. Now, also on this screen over here, you're going to see your player exposures tab. This is going to be amongst the 20 lineups we just saved. And also, it doesn't have to be 20 lineups. If you guys are it's a maximum of 20 lineups. But if you guys are only playing 10 lineups on a given slate, you could obviously also only save 10 lineups to upload to the site that you're playing on. But your player exposures here, you're going to see just the percentage of all the players you roster when you have with them. So Luis Heel, for instance, here, he's in 60% of the lineups I saved. We've got Nate Lowe. He's in half of the lineups. And you scroll all the way down, you can see all the different players that are in our portfolio. And you do the same over here with stacks. If you want more of a broad overview of which teams it is that you're targeting stacks of, you could click on the stack exposures and you'll see here that we got to about half of our lineups have Ranger stacks, about half of them have Marlin stacks, and then also there's some Astros, Dodgers, and Nationals stacks as well. So this is the most basic tool that we have here at Stokastic. It's also very, very affordable with the sale right now. It's only $5, promo code DOUBLE. Today, like I said, last chance to sign up for it, but also normally this package is less than $15 if you want to sign up for it. It builds lineups for you. We got player projections and ownership projections in here if you guys ever want to check out all of that. And every single package here at Stokastic also includes access to our Discord channel. So if you're ever watching live shows, you want to ask us questions, and you're in the Discord channel, you could always add us on the shows. We'll be answering those questions. Or if you just have other general strategy questions throughout the day, you could also use Discord to ask us those kinds of questions. It doesn't only have to be specific to shows. So if you guys have any additional questions, let me know below in the comments section. If you could also do me a favor to like this video and subscribe to the YouTube channel, helps out a whole bunch. If you want to sign up for that lineup generator, today's the last day of the sale, May 1st, but you could also sign up for this package, obviously, whenever you want at full price. So good luck. Hope you guys are having a great baseball season, and see you all around on the shows on YouTube.